If we were talking about the biggest online game ever today, we'd probably mention No Man's Sky. And this guy...
Thank you.
For over 30 players, an entire universe is simulated. But hold on, just 30? No, we are looking for the biggest universe ever, where every player has an impact. At some point, it's time to leave the first star system behind. I remembered a video I watched years ago on YouTube. The player Berg Black sees the entire in-game universe of Elite Dangerous for the first time.
Oh, it's Earth. How big is the universe? How big is the map?
And that feeling, I've had it too, just like thousands of other players. It's an overwhelming feeling, and it takes a moment for your brain to really process how much space, how much vastness you're actually looking at. Elite Dangerous does its best to represent the true scale of our galaxy, the Milky Way, with roughly 400 billion star systems. Not 400, not 400,000, not 400 million, no, 400 billion systems, each potentially with multiple stars and, of course, planets. Planets that can have moons. Moons that can have space stations orbiting them, or even colonies on their surface. There are almost infinite destinations to travel to, explore, and admire. And Elite Dangerous fully embraces the scale of its procedurally generated Milky Way, even in the space between individual systems. These are light years apart, and to reach them, you jump with your frameshift drive from system to system until you finally arrive at your destination. Every ship has a maximum jump range, but even after hundreds of in-game hours, and with a pretty solid ship, I still would need hundreds of jumps to reach the center of the galaxy now. And yeah, most elite players have made this journey already. The game practically begs you to jump into a ship and just go, heading off in whatever direction feels right. You spend hours jumping, waiting for cooldowns, refueling, and jumping again. Back then I had a really bad ship and no clue how to use pulsars as jump boosters. I tried, one mistake and you've got problems. And if your cockpit cracks, it's game over. Otherwise, sure, you could limp to the nearest station, no big deal. Except out here in the far reaches of the galaxy, beyond human settled space, that journey could take hours. Just to find one of the few space stations, finally a place to repair, finally a chance to breathe. A few tiny beacons of light in a long, cold, lonely experience. Waypoints that felt like victories on their own. Elite's galaxy is built to showcase the true scale and weight of the Milky Way, creating the biggest multiplayer world of all time. There is not much to do on the planets, okay, but if you want, you can not only fly over every square kilometer, you could walk on it. Okay, totally insane, and you don't need to. Just imagine, to feel just how tiny you really are in this massive game world. And if you take your time, stop at some planets along the way, the reward is often stunning. By the time I took my first major journey, I already knew from trailers and videos that I could be a pirate, a bounty hunter, a passenger shuttle pilot or a space trucker, and later I was all of those things. But at the start, no one had to give me a goal, tell me what to do. No, from the moment I opened the map, spent 10 minutes staring at it, boom, I knew what I had to do first. And even if I had no idea it would take weeks, just take off and explore, head towards the center. Good thing I didn't decide to fly up. The first real problem was understanding just how big this galaxy is Heading toward the center already felt infinitely far, like a 2D map where I could only go left, right, forward, and back. But over time, I started looking up and down. Elite Dangerous simulates the real Milky Way, and unlike most games, it doesn't just need to show a few meters of vertical difference, it has to simulate actual height. And the higher you go, the fewer stars you will find, and the distance between them will quickly exceed your jump range. And there are systems you will never reach. That's the reason only the most experienced commanders get to see this. Our galaxy from above.